two-day Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet 2015 saw convergence of the most influential minds from India and abroad to deliberate on the industrial infrastructure that the state offers to investors. A panel discussion focusing on industrial corridors, parks and investment regions saw an organic mix of representation from government officials, private sector players and international voices that have invested in the state. Bangalore-Chennai and Madurai-Thuthukudi industrial corridors remained at the center of the discussion.
I'm here to give you an insight about what has been planned and what activities in terms of infrastructure upgradation the Government of India is doing with the development of industrial corridors, and one of which is probably the Chennai-Bangalore industrial corridor. We have already completed the prospective planning study for the entire region of CBIC. After that, a node has been identified in the state of Tamil Nadu, which is Punneri. For that, the master planning activities has already been completed. Now we are moving ahead with the seeking of the environment clearance for this node, and also with the institutional structuring by way of drafting of the shareholders agreement and the state support agreement, which is going to be a joint venture agreement between the central government and the state government.
The other important corridor which the Tamil Nadu government has pushed forward is the Madurai-Thuthukudi industrial corridor. We have the advantage of the Tuticorin port. That is the main reason why this corridor is being pushed by us. We already have formed a company, Madurai-Thuthukudi Industrial Corridor Corporation, that is managed by the State Industries Promotion Corporation of Tamil Nadu, SIPCOT. And the basic idea is to have again a special purpose vehicle for this particular corridor.
Because we are like one of the early adopters of the Madurai-Thuthukudi Industrial Corridor. Ample land, first-class natural port, access to 6 airports, basically 4 international airports, one domestic airport. 4 international airports are basically Madurai Airport, the Trivandrum Airport, the Cochin Airport and Trichy Airport. And you've got one domestic airport which is in Tuticorin, and you've got one more airport which is in Colombo. So basically non-stop flights all the way from Colombo going into Korea, Japan, direct flights.
As industrial corridors come up, there's an equally pressing need for a 360-degree development plan for its node points. GMR's Chief Operations Officer Arun Bhagat shared his thoughts at the forum.
I'm going to talk very briefly on how we can leverage the CBIC region, not just confined to our park, but all the other regions too. So basically, this has been explained. What we've not highlighted possibly earlier is that the entire CBIC belt is host to almost 1,230 Japanese companies, and which is why the interest from JICA and Japan. And it's basically based on the fact that it's an urban, industrialized corridor which can certainly deliver what it promises. Friendly sizes of plots which are available, the very proactive policies of the state which help us. The infrastructure is plug and play literally, so it's water on the tap, power on the tap. And those of you who have used our airports know the quality that the group delivers, and that's what we promise at our site in Hosur.
The panel also opined on the 2 approaches to attract investment to the state, to target small and medium companies or go for the big-ticket ones.
The largest number of engineering graduates from Tamil Nadu are from Coimbatore and Madurai region. So, we have a huge plethora of talent available. However, they don't want to work there. They want to move up into the city of Chennai or, beyond, and that's all they're looking at for the social infrastructure. I think the government has rightly made the effort of looking at the ancillary sector or the MSME, so to say. And I think that's going to make the difference going forward. So rather than look at these big ticket investments, when I mean big ticket of $1 billion investment, we should actually be focusing on the 300 to 500 crore investments or even smaller investments to start generating the ecosystem.
So we are basically an integrated energy company. This is our maiden power plant that we start up in Thoothukudi. I'm very, very sort of humbled to have been able to support the needs of the state. And we have set up a state-of-the-art 1200 megawatt power plant at an investment of almost 8,000 crores. It's 1,200 megawatts. We have commissioned the first 600 megawatts last year in December. And we are hoping to set up, commission the next 600 megawatts by December of this year. And like what our Honorable Chief Minister was saying, hopefully all these power plants and whatnot will make Tamil Nadu indeed a power surplus state. And one of the other very sort of passionate projects that we are all working on and which the Secretary has been very, very kind to support is the Madurai-Thoothukudi Industrial Corridor, where we currently have an industrial estate of approximately 3,000 acres. And Mr. Dinesh was mentioning about SMEs, and we are hoping that we'll be able to target the large industries.
The session also saw participation from international players, especially Japanese organizations that have engaged in business activities in Tamil Nadu.
JICA is a public organization under Government of Japan. JICA provides loan, the grant aid, technical cooperation under Japanese Official Development Assistance to Government of India. JICA is the world's largest bilateral development agency, and India is the largest and oldest partner for JICA since 1958. In 2013-14, our commitment amounted to 300 billion Japanese yen, equivalent to 16,000 crore rupee, which is the largest among recipient countries in the world. In recent years, our annual commitment to India is this level, around 300 billion Japanese yen. And in fact, total infrastructure investment required for next 20 years is as large as 181 billion US dollars. It's quite significant.
As I introduced One Hub Chennai as integrated township project, this township consists of these three functions. First, industrial park, as this is the main function. And the next, B, business park. To support the industrial park, we will accommodate headquarters office function or engineering office function. And also lastly, C, in order to support industrial park and business park from life side, there will be so many social infrastructure like hospitals, institutionals, medical facilities, green park, residential, and others. So this is the concept of integrated township. Next, I would like to brief that the reason why Japanese partners have joined this project. In 2010, Ascendas has introduced One Hub Chennai to Japanese government, and as the ideal destination for Japanese manufacturer to set up their factory in India with high quality of infrastructure. And Japanese government has encouraged Japanese manufacturers to expand their market from domestic to international, global, including India, so that they have started to find out Japanese partners. So lastly, I would like to wrap up my message here. This project is supported by 3 country governments, India, Singapore, and Japan. And also there is no concern on the land issue as a unique advantage of One Hub Chennai.
Sangeeta Prasad, CEO of Mahindra Life Spaces, suggested that the fundamentals of the state, both policy and infrastructure, have always been conducive for investment, even prior to setting up of the mammoth industrial corridors.
Lately, in the last 5 years, the industrial corridor term and with the wonderful corridors which we are all developing in this state and beyond have come into vogue. We humbly started our journey of Mahindra World City when we started acquiring land late 90s and looking at the opportunities of macroeconomic policies, special economic zone rules and regulations, industrial and urbanization becoming key to this country and specifically to the state, and the proactive government of the state. We started our journey as early as in 2002 when we launched Mahindra World City Chennai. Of course, you don't go and set up your facility anywhere. Location is very important. Many of us actually spoke about it, whether it is nearness to the airport, nearness to ports, nearness to skill centers, all integrate together to give a product to your ultimate customer who wants to invest to create wealth and prosperity for his company and his people. So in an urban ecosystem, in an industrial ecosystem, we as humble developers cannot create an enriching ecosystem unless the customers and we work together. And that has been a major effective trigger for this urban and industrial ecosystem to work together to converge to a fruitful life. We can almost see a perfect alignment of Madam Jayalalitha's Vision 2023 for inclusive growth and development in our own overtures, which espouses sustainable livelihood, living and life. And that has encouraged us to partner with Sumitomo Corporation in our third venture in the country and the second in the state, in the north of Chennai. And I think the opportunity is perfect because all of you spoke about Poneri, and that's where we are going to be located. So thank you, and we look forward to our footprint getting enriched in the state of Tamil Nadu to bring in wealth, investment, and job creation in this state. Thank you.
Some speakers shared their experiences of working with the state government to bring in investment for overall development of Tamil Nadu, be it employment, education or power generation.
One day, I had a call from the Chief Minister, Madam, at the time, saying that Mr. Jawahar Babu, the then Secretary, said you have an appointment at 3:30 in the Secretariat. In fact, I had not asked for an appointment, so I don't know why I'm called. So I'm very seriously connected at that time with the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. I rushed to the Secretariat, and the Industry Minister and the Industry Secretary were waiting there, then Industry Minister and then Industry Secretary. So they said there's something to do with the Ford. So then, when I met the Chief Minister said, we want Ford for India and for Tamil Nadu, and I know they are visiting many states, and you are connected with the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce and the embassy and consulate, and I'm sure you can do something. And you must have patriotism for your mother state and bring the car project. We are prepared to make a special policy for the Ford and do everything. We should make a new beginning. And I invited the Minister and the Secretary. We will do everything for making a separate automobile policy and do that. She conveyed the will to do it, and she did it, and Ford has come, and Mahindra City has come.
Me personally, I believe India's biggest challenge is skill development. Now, we have millions of youth, but the youth need to be skilled. So I worked with Kerala government. We did the first school in 2013, a government school where 2,400 girls were studying. School was whole built in 95 days using off-site construction technology. And today, this particular school has become India's top 5 government school. This year is top 4. Last year was top 5 along with 4 IITs. Currently, we just signed an MOU and the government order was released day before yesterday. Government is working with us, with my foundation, my wife's foundation, building 100 government schools in the next 4 years, which will uplift 250,000 poor students. I'm building the world's largest off-site construction facility. What does it mean? It means we want to change the nomenclature of construction into manufacturing. So we are coming up with the concept of catalog schools, catalog hospitals, catalog IT parks. We manufacture every element of the building using robotics and CAD/CAM. There are only 500 people, 10 million square feet of building components, including bathrooms, including aluminum glazing, kitchens. Everything comes like a Lego block. And right now, the next year, 14 schools, we are doing it in 6 months to be completed and handing over to the government. Our foundation is investing 500 crores and Kerala government is investing 500 crores. And I wanted that to be a model for other states to follow. And I'm sure that a lot of ministers from Karnataka has already come and seen the school. Tamil Nadu, I'm inviting to come and see. And this should, have a cascading effect across the country.
While the panel collectively agreed that Tamil Nadu is among the better investment destinations in the region, Ravi Sam, former president CII, also suggested certain steps that may help the state further strengthen its already effective policy framework.
There are a few points which I probably have to say to strengthen the already existing systems that the government of Tamil Nadu has put. I feel that SIPCOT and TIDCO should start working together a little more to see that the land acquisition and the development of industrial infrastructure by SIPCOT is in line with the industrial development plans of TIDCO. SIPCOT and TANSIDCO need to work closely to ensure that adequate infrastructure for small industries are provided in areas where SIPCOT develops industrial parks. You all know the Guidance Bureau is there for large-scale industries. I was just talking that we also feel with all this, the whole panel here is about industrial corridors. We have to have a separate department for handling industrial corridors. So these are some suggestions we feel that would really go a long way for the investment to really take off in Tamil Nadu. Railways, airports, public transport are another areas. Airports, yes, tier 2 cities need more connecting, railways, more connectivity, and then and the seaports, already we heard about Kolachal, we have 2 other ports, and I think it's already a lot of work is going into this. Power, I need not speak about it. Most of our neighbors are today reeling in power cut, and you know what we were going through a few years ago. The government has set its mind on it, and today we are where we are. And if this government can do this, there are a lot of things this government can do, and this is where you have to be, and this is the place you should be, and this power situation proves that we can do what we want. And all kudos to our Chief Minister and for his team. Thank you.
Coming up after the break, the culmination of the 2-day grand event, a valedictory session with industry stalwarts, and the Chief Minister's closing remarks. Keep watching.
In the last 2 days, the spectacular arrangements that you have made and the attraction that you had from the global players is commendable. Your government has continuously supported healthcare, and I believe that is one of the drivers. I was just sitting next to the president of Ford. 20 years ago, when they came in here, they selected Chennai against Bangalore and Pune because they said there is a good healthcare facility, Apollo, so that's how Ford came into here. And incidentally, that he is here today, and I'm very happy. And I think this is the continuous encouragement that you have shown in every aspect. Today, Apollo has grown from 150 beds to 10,000 beds. But what we have brought, not just Apollo, the healthcare facilities in this city and in this state is comparable to the best facilities anywhere in the world.
You've been able to turn around the situation, solve the power crisis, and today we are able to get source power at very competitive rates in Tamil Nadu. It seems you had a magic wand in your hands. To you, Madam, industry owes a big debt of gratitude for this single act of yours. The leadership you are providing the state is incomparably superior, even in every respect, not to be seen anywhere else.
From the moment that we arrived, our delegation from the United States arrived in Chennai, to the beautifully lined streets yesterday with all of the wonderful talent that was there to aid our journey to this beautiful place, to the cultural offerings that we enjoyed here just yesterday morning as well as last evening, and then most especially to the business interactions that have taken place in the last almost 48 hours, I suppose, have been so extraordinarily successful, and I hope will have exceeded just about everyone's expectations, because certainly I feel that way, and I believe I speak for our member companies who feel the same way. Your articulation of your vision document 2023, but also your articulation of the experiences and the successes that the state of Tamil Nadu has enjoyed over the past several decades speaks so favorably to the kind of investment climate that is very attractive to companies coming from all around the world, and of course, most especially, in my case, from the United States.
We are delighted that our project was considered as part of the grand vision of the Honorable Chief Minister. Investment requires confidence, opportunity, and the right climate and existence of which have brought all the investors together today. All the identified investors are signing an MOU, which is a commitment from us to make this investment to promote the objectives enshrined therein. This reflects the confidence we have in the government of Tamil Nadu under the able leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister.
In March 2014, in the budget speech for the year 2014-15, this event has been carefully planned, and I personally supervised all aspects of the event. A large number of road shows and promotional events were held in 11 countries across the world and at 16 cities in India. 9 countries and 23 partner organizations have worked with us to make this event a grand success. I am extremely happy to inform you that in a resounding endorsement of the state of Tamil Nadu and of my government's policies, the total amount of investments that have been finalized during the Global Investors Meet in Chennai is an unprecedented 2,42,160 crore rupees. I repeat with pride, the total amount of investments that have been finalized during the Global Investors Meet in Chennai is an unprecedented 2,42,160 crore rupees. This is more than double the investment of 1 lakh crore rupees targeted for this event. This exceeds the cumulative investment attracted through all MOUs signed by the government of Tamil Nadu over the 20-year period from 1991 to 2011. Today, 98 MOUs have been signed and the documents exchanged. 1,04,286 crore rupees investment is proposed in the manufacturing sector. 1,07,136 crore rupees in the energy sector. 10,950 crore rupees in the information technology sector. 1,955 crore rupees in the handlooms and textile sector. 800 crore rupees in the agriculture sector, and 500 crore rupees in the fisheries sector. My government would come out shortly with pragmatic, far-sighted policies in not only traditional sectors like textiles and micro, small and medium enterprises, but also in areas like information technology and information technology-enabled services, electronic hardware manufacturing, and aerospace and defense production. The first ever Global Investors Meet held in Chennai has been a huge success. I believe that it is very important to sustain the momentum and to strengthen the networks that this meet has created. Let us take the great state of Tamil Nadu and the great nation of India further on the path of inclusive growth and prosperity. Thank you. Nandri. Vanakkam.